welcome to the GBTA Broadcast Studio. I'm Ng Damawan, Regional Director for APAC for GBTA, and we're coming to you from the GBTA APAC Conference in Singapore. Joining me today is Wayne Cole, General Manager, Sales and Client Value Management Asia for Corporate Travel Management Asia. Thank you for being here with us today,
nice
Wayne.
To meet you again.
Yeah, really enjoyed the session. I think your education session was quite well received. I'd like to just ask a few questions around that.
Sure.
How are millennial and Gen Z travelers reshaping corporate travel expectations? And what should companies do to prepare their travel programs for the future?
Sure. Yeah, that's a very good question, and this was covered in my session yesterday. I think we kind of acknowledge that millennials and Gen Z, they have a different expectation from, say, the general sort of travelers, right? So we recognize that the one-size-fits-all sort of a strategy doesn't work anymore. Mm-hmm. So we need to cater to the expectation and align with their what they want to get out of business travel, right? Mm. Which, I mean, for us is important because they're the leaders of the future.
Yep.
So for us, it's more like, they expect more flexibility in terms of how they interact with us as TMCs. Mm-hmm. And they also expect us to basically, the same basic requirements like safety and personal safety and all that is still there, but I think it's giving them the flexibility of interacting with us as TMCs. That's the fundamental difference that I see with this travel group.
I see. Yeah, I think we probably need to tune into the way they receive and the way they engage as well.
Correct. Right. They don't want to wait. They don't want to wait by dialing in and all that.
Patience.
I mean, email, yes, but they're more like messaging us, through our messaging tool or using our mobile app. Those are more of the preferred way of interacting with us.
Text mode.
Correct.
Right. In Asia, how would you say traveler expectations around technology, including usage, service, and sustainability, are influencing the way the corporate travel programs are currently being designed?
Correct. I think in the past, when we were launching, as an industry, when we were launching online booking tool, it took a while, for us to get to a point that we were hoping it to be. Because the more people book online, the more sort of help us from a productivity perspective. But in the market requirements and expectation somewhat dictates to a lot of extent, what we do from a channel distribution strategy. For example, in China, it's a mobile first sort of market, right?
Yep.
Everybody uses the handphone, to make payment, to buy things, and even for travel as well, right? They're so used to using the mobile phone to book their travel as opposed to an online booking tool. As I always say, in China, probably more people actually own more people owning a handphone than a personal computer, right? Yeah. So we need to be sensitive to that and make sure that our technology, our tech stack, would cater to these kind of requirement and sort of a new expectation from the market.
Right, understand. So I think the ease of use and how it's responding to...
Yes.
Yeah. How should businesses approach travel program design to accommodate varying traveler preferences and priorities across the workforce?
Yeah, I think what's fundamental here is that if you go with the principle that every interaction matters, right? Whether it's it's online booking tool, whether it's calling our travel team, fundamentally they want to have that more positive, more enhanced travel experience, right? It's no longer about issuing ticket. It's more of that expectation, the fact that I'm well taken care of, that what I want, right? So whether it's it's powered by AI or our own technology, sort of design and framework, it has to cater to that different needs. Right. Yeah, I think right now we cannot ignore that even a very simple thing on how I want to be addressed, right? You have the LGBT plus community, so we need to be sensitive to the sort of ever changing expectation and needs of our travel community.
I agree. I think that
Yeah.
ties into the current conversations around hyper-personalization.
Correct. Exactly. That was one of the key points that and in fact, I was talking to my client and exactly what he said.
Yeah.
What's lacking to kind of move their travel program one notch up is this personalization. So pretty much spot on.
But I think that's to come. Like all these developments will get us to that stage closer
Correct,
and
correct,
surely.
correct.
And with that, thank you again, Wayne, for joining us at
Thank
the
you.
broadcast studio. And thank you for tuning in.
Thank you.